Funny Talk with Real People.
The Funny Talk with Real People, Inappropriate Podcast. I'm the host, Damien. I'm the host, Damien, Mr. Inappropriate.
Facebook, I'm Lacey Monroe. Because you're so fine. Damien.
What's going on? It's your boy Tiger Escobar.
Funny Talk with Real People.
5, you can't count.
5. Oh, shit. My bad.
Damn, on live.
Stepchild already.
It's the 40 ounce, man. They've been clowning me about my 40 ounce, but this is some OG shit right here.
You gonna pour
Yeah,
coffee?
because it's in a glass
Get a
bottle.
cup, man. Get a cup.
Normally he has it in a plastic bottle, so
and
that's why we clown him.
That makes
Today,
no sense.
and normally it's ice, not Budweiser. So
Well, I'm going to tap the 40.
But I told you to
Tap the
bring
40.
Old E up in here.
You know what the problem
women
is?
don't get to tap the 40,
when
I guess.
we talk about him, we get in his feelings. So he brought a better beer selection.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
always know.
So
yeah.
I'm live on my page. Everyone's live on their page, but we want you to go to Funny Talk with Real People and
Yes.
look at us live on that page because we're live there as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So tune in, goddamn it.
Tune in.
Yeah, tune in.
That's our
Comment,
hashtag.
Talk to us. We talk to you. So,
Hot beer?
No, this cold.
Oh,
Cold.
that's not good. Throw the shit at you.
Oh.
Come
Come
on.
on.
So,
so what's been going on, guys? We haven't seen each other for a couple of weeks. How's everybody doing?
Doing great.
Good.
Doing
Doing
great.
great. Got
Everybody's
back
great?
from Ohio.
All
My
right.
baby
You
just
saw
had a
your
birthday.
baby.
Awesome.
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful. I am doing wonderful.
You went to a
I
wedding.
went to a wedding in the Dominican Republic.
You learning Spanish?
Hola.
Hola.
And actually,
Did
you
things get
happened to
spicy?
go over there.
The things get spicy. Look at his eyes.
I
course it got
went over there
spicy.
while Hurricane Maria was in the building. So the first day was very nasty. The resort was tore up. It was shit everywhere. But I have to give kudos to those people that live there in the Dominican Republic and the people that work at that facility because the day after we arrived, they were Johnny on the spot all over the place, putting things back together. And even through the madness, like they were still there, which I have to give them kudos for even just being there because some of them, their houses were flooded and
Wow.
they were messed up, but they still were there to take care of us. So we didn't get the full amenities of everything that, we were supposed to get, but I didn't even care at a point because I was just thrown by the fact that these workers were here. Like they were there. Like it didn't matter to them. They were there to serve us. So I ended up having an awesome
And
time.
after the storm, the weather was beautiful because I
oh,
saw your pictures.
yes.
Yeah.
I saw
Yes.
you get kissed on a whole lot.
I
I love it. That's what you need to do when you're on vacation with a man. You
Yeah.
need to
Like,
get
Every
kissed
time
on
I
a
see a
lot.
picture of some dude, what? Not some dude.
It wasn't
a
some-
dude.
it wasn't
some
some
This
dude.
dude
It was
on
him.
the
The
neck.
dude.
It was
The
the
dude,
one.
right.
The
That
dude.
dude.
The one.
Very good.
It was my
That
him.
dude.
Yes, and I had a wonderful time. It was much
See,
needed
Poppy.
time.
See, Poppy. Hola.
There might be a couple things I called him.
Papi chulo.
Papi.
Okay.
So speaking of that weather and going through all that with Maria, all of the other things and islands that were affected by Maria, it's just a sad time right now for a lot of us in America because Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands is U.S. territory.
Texas.
Yeah, it's U.S. territory. So right now, a lot of people are concerned that our government is not giving a lot of attention to these
Brown
areas,
travesties. The brown
these
people
areas,
stress.
the travesties, and it's just a lot of conversation about it. And I myself personally reposted things Uncle Rush posted and different people, just talking about the disparity and how things are different for these areas. This is United States territory, but it's being treated like they're just brown people on another island. And, it's sparking a lot of conversation, a lot of discourse and
Yeah, Michael.
tension between your, if you have Caucasian friends, it sparks some
My
tension
question,
in my life.
I'm sitting there, I'm boiling right now. I've been boiling for about,
You better stop.
it's a lot going on. We do understand there's a lot going on. The United States as a whole is spread throughout this whole world. We got problems in North Korea, Afghanistan, Iraq.
Yeah.
We got deals with Iran right now we're trying to deal with. Then we got hit with how many hurricanes right now? How many storms? How many natural catastrophes?
Wow.
Our neighbor gets rocked with two earthquakes.
Right.
Understand?
In a week.
We're helping Mexico. We're helping Puerto Rico. We're helping the Virgin Islands. We're helping Texas. We're helping Mississippi. We're
Miami.
dealing with Miami. We're dealing with North Korea.
Don't get me started.
We're dealing with internal issues. We're dealing with a powder keg of racial tension going on right now.
Right.
Now, on top of that, we
Flint
got
still got dirty
Vegas.
water.
We got Vegas.
Shout out
And
to all those
and I'm
people that were affected by that.
I'm kind of concerned with the tone of the folks right now because Vegas happened.
Right.
Please stop posting on Facebook that people are suspect that Vegas did not happen.
Vegas
Do you
happened.
understand Vegas happened? I don't care what nobody think. Vegas, this man, whatever was going on behind it, this man shot almost 600 people, killed
Right.
almost 60 people.
Terrorists.
And hold on, is that terror or mass murder? Because terrorism has to do with a political purpose
Or religious.
or religious stance.
Plain
He
fact.
said nothing.
Nothing.
He has left nothing. So to assume that it's a terror, easy. That's the thing. What is terrorism? Terrorism, you're trying to terrorize an individual for a purpose.
Right.
We don't know
don't
the
really
purpose
know
right now.
what
We
his
don't.
purpose
No one
is.
knows. So the assumption that first of all that it's a diversion. It's a diversion from Puerto Rico makes no blasted sense to me
Well,
in the
hold
first
on.
place. So the whole idea behind a stage distraction, a distraction away from Puerto Rico. Vegas, they're trying, on Facebook is kind of like driving me crazy right now. The whole idea that they had these actors, these character actors that actually decided to, whatever went down to divert from Puerto Rico makes no sense. Just think about that.
I want to just kind of dispute that in a way. I'm not necessarily saying, I don't know what this man's reason was. I just think people get possessed by some
Crazy.
demonic shit. Like, oh, let me just go, and I just want to just
Making
end my life.
assumptions,
So
but
let me
continue.
okay.
Well, you know what?
Let me just go
sorry.
and just blast some people, then I'm going to kill myself. But now this is just my thinking. I thought the same way. I was like, all this stuff's going on about Puerto Rico. You know what? Let me F some shit up here in this country so they can take their minds off of that. I thought about that. I did think that he said, you know what? Let me just cause a distraction over here so we don't have to think about this over
Why?
there.
Because
Fucking
he
crazy.
has 42 guns.
And don't
and
say that. Don't say they're taking care of Puerto Rico because they're not. Donald Trump just
How did he get all them guns
He
in the
bought
hotel?
42 guns.
They
He bought
said it wasn't
42
in the hotel,
he-
it was in the
altogether,
apartment.
he has about 20 some odd guns in the hotel, and had nothing to do with Puerto Rico from
How
his
do you know?
standpoint.
You're
Because
making an assumption. You're making an assumption. You don't
She
know.
said it
Yes.
still hasn't been
You don't know.
verified in social
You're
media.
100% right. I have made a reach,
You did.
a complete reach, a complete assumption
Everybody's
that
reaching.
he did not shoot those he shot at 22,000 people.
Right.
So has it been verified?
That he shot at 22,000 people?
Yeah. I mean, has it been verified?
That he was the one on the 32nd floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, he
have
was doing it.
they
He
got
killed
it.
himself.
They got him right there. They got
Floor.
all that's been verified that that's this dude that did this,
Okay.
yes. But the whole process that this man did this to divert attention away from Puerto Rico, please, he shot a whole bunch of, honestly speaking, what seems to me Trump supporters to divert attention away from.
Okay, right.
Puerto Rico?
Just like you're
But, I
saying
mean,
that people
but-
are making that assumption. You're making an assumption that he
Because
didn't
that's
do
a
it. So
wild assumption you
it
guys are
doesn't
making.
matter.
My
It
cousin
doesn't
said if
matter.
he
It
was a
doesn't
man of
matter.
color, he would have already been crucified and it's already be over.
And he would have been called a
What?
terrorist, and he would have been called a terrorist.
He'd have been
He would
called
have been
a
called a
terrorist.
terrorist.
So that's an assumption too, that because of his color of his skin, that all these things there's nothing on him right now. We don't know what's the reason
Okay.
behind it.
So we don't.
the assumptions that people are making
I
online
mean, is there a
are
valid
crazy.
reason? What type of valid? I mean, no
There's
matter
not
of the
nothing yet.
assumptions, there should
There's
be no
nothing yet.
valid
So the
reason
whole
why.
process, there is
Now, do
nothing
you-
yet.
fact is,
now,
And so
I'm
the
a-
process
people
is
for no
why jump to the
reason.
conclusion that
That's
it's to divert attention away from Puerto Rico.
I do believe in character actors and actresses, though. I'll be honest with you. I try not to believe everything I see on the internet, hear on the radio, hearing gossip in the street, because you tell somebody a secret, by the time you get back to you, it's a whole new story. So you know how that go.
Everybody
Give me a
wants
common
to
sense
find
process.
a reason
Give
for
me some-
something.
All
But
right,
here's the
crazy
reason.
shit.
He's crazy as
Crazy.
hell, and he
Right.
just killed people, period.
And there is
no
no-
matter
That's
what
it.
the reason.
No matter what
That's
the
it.
reason
That's
is.
Now-
it. So please leave it at that before we
So-
have any more
I
information.
want to go
So
back
let's
to the taking
pivot
care of
off
Puerto
of,
Rico thing, because that's a damn lie. I feel like because of the fact that we don't really know the reason behind why this guy just shot into crowds of people, we can make any kind of assumption. But I do, in some way, feel like it was a diversion from what's going on in other places. But
Let's
anyway.
pivot off of the guy that was at that rally and he ran the car and
To the girl,
killed,
right.
So when they interviewed the mom had no idea what was going on in this man's head, in this man's life.
But the teachers did.
And the same thing when they asked, this guy, family, they hadn't.
The teachers, they asked about that young man. They knew that he was following white supremacists. They knew that the teachers had already suspected him of that. That's
When you say new or suspect,
because he had said things in class. This was a young man that did that in Charlottesville.
Okay.
He had spoke about. He was on the website. They had they tracked his whole following, and it came down to what his mentality was based on.
Is this after the fact or
after he did this? They realized
think
that they went to his Facebook page. They talked to his teacher. They went and found out.
Okay, so no, what I'm saying, what the
But
point
this
that
guy
I'm
is
getting to-
different.
the
There's
point
nothing
that-
connecting him to anything right now.
Well,
There's no
they
information
said he
based on
spent
it.
100,000. He's just
He said
wired
100,000 on the
100,000,
Philippines.
That means nothing.
Means nothing. Give me
Like
some
I
information.
said, we don't have any information.
We never.
People
We
do
at
this,
the end of the
that
day,
means
no
they're
one
just
can
crazy.
tell why
Please
people
stop running to
kill and
assumptions.
I think he's crazy, man.
Well, that's what he is.
Well,
Anybody
all
that'll
right,
shoot into a
consensus.
crowd of 20.
These motherfuckers are crazy.
They crazy. That's
He
the
crazy.
bottom
I say,
line.
He crazy.
He's
crazy.
Both of
Okay.
them are crazy.
But I want to
Oh,
go
yeah.
back to you saying we're taking care of Puerto Rico, we're taking care of Mexico.
I didn't say that.
Ozzy.
I said we're
rewind,
spread
You did say that.
rewind
I
to
said we're
say
spread
say
thin.
that.
I said we're spread
you said
thin.
because we're taking care of Puerto
You did
Rico,
say
we're
it.
taking care of Mexico, but we're not taking care of Puerto Rico.
But not at all?
This man, hold on,
At all?
hold on. Let me tell you what this man said. 46 minus 1 said that. Thank you, Hank, for that. This man said that, oh my, that's very devastating what's going on over there in Puerto Rico. But y'all owe Wall Street millions of dollars, so we're going to have to handle that first. Now, meanwhile, he set up a golf course there that he pulled out on that deal and cost their taxpayers $32 million or billion or whatever. So we're not taking care of Puerto Rico. He just went up there today. You know what he said today at the press conference? Puerto Rico, you guys have blown our budget.
Yes.
But we're saving lives. But we're saving.
He's a
piece of
complete
shit.
asshole.
Taking
But
care of
when I
the
say
damn Puerto
we, when I say
Rico.
we, I'm talking about Fat Joe. I'm talking about Jay-Z. I'm talking about persons of the United States who are taking out their own personal time to assist their
Well,
brothers in Puerto Rico.
well, yeah, we
When
are.
I say we, I'm not. Fuck Trump. He's an idiot.
Talking about the government
He's an
and
idiot.
this country
So
taking
we
care
already
of
understand
our
that. I'm
people.
talking about as a whole, United States as a whole, people, us.
I heard
are
a sound
spread-
clip
Are spread
of-
all over the world right now, assisting different situations.
Yeah.
I heard a sound clip of I don't know if it was the mayor
As he
or
was
one of
playing
the
paper
one of the
towel.
officials in Puerto Rico had got offended by Trump saying something, and I mean she went from 0 to 60 livid. I could hear tears and anger in her voice in this sound clip, and I was like, yo, this dude is the leader of
She
our
said you
country,
Shut the F up
and
is what she said.
and yeah, basically.
Yeah, she said it.
Basically.
She said it.
And it's crazy. I don't have no idea how Trump got into the office that he's in.
know.
And,
we know how.
it's a travesty in itself. But people, I think that from me here at Real Talk and Funny People, keep hope alive. Keep trying to do what is best as a human being, as a whole, as community, as a country. Fuck him, because we can't just take him out the equation. We have to keep surviving until he gets out of office. We have to keep living amongst each other and keep helping each other
So
through these things.
here's the deal with that. When we say keep him out of it and let's keep hope alive,
hard.
here's what's happening. So we as Black people, we know what the struggle is, and we know how, coming up from slavery on up to segregation and all that, we know how to fight our way through that.
Right.
And so we're still dealing with that. And now the racism is not so hidden. It's just out in the open. They're not even wearing the hoods. They're just straight up
They
telling
just
you
straight
in
up
your
in
face,
ass, yeah.
I don't like you. I'm a racist. I don't like Black people, any non-white person. So what's happening now, we need more people like Popovich, I don't know how to say his last name, who are speaking
Greg
out,
Popovich,
who are
exactly.
speaking out and saying there is a such thing as white privilege. Let's white people acknowledge it, acknowledge that it is a such thing as white privilege. You do have an advantage. And I had a issue with a friend of mine. She's white. and she didn't like the fact that I posted that because she said, well, just because you're born with a certain skin color, then that means you're privileged. And I'm thinking, yeah. And so she said millions of people have come to this country and, they had the same opportunities as everyone else. Well, that has not always been the case, and it has never really, in many ways, it's still not the case for black people. And I said the millions of immigrants who came from another country who are non-black still had more advantages than blacks who were born in America. So I'm done with that conversation.
I have
one
go ahead.
comment. She said, well, basically just back to the Trump thing, she was just stating that Trump needs to stop tweeting and golfing and doing all
Acting
the
like a
negative,
child.
acting like a kid instead of addressing the issues as he should be, addressing the
Worrying
issues
about
with
football
Hurricane,
players and basketball
right? And he's
players.
worried about all of the elementary thing when there's so many things that's going on in this world that we should be paying attention to. I don't know, for me, I don't. It's not with us here in America, but I know that when I was over in the Dominican, there was a lot of things like we drove through and we went through these buggies and we went through some parts of Haiti, and the things that I saw literally had me in tears. I literally was crying, and I'm easily cry, but there were children that were affected by this hurricane. I have pictures that I posted on Facebook. These were people's homes where their beds were outside drying. They had them on milk cartons to dry. Their beds, they didn't have, and they live off the grid. And I say that because it's like this world as a whole have so much financial backing, but we're not taking care of our people. We have to start really taking heed to the way that we're spending our money, the things that we're buying our children. And that's to me,
That's the truth. As a whole.
As a whole. And it doesn't matter where we're from. It doesn't matter what country, the world in a whole.
Just a human factor.
Is lost. And I thought to myself, we paid all this money to go on this trip, but who is it benefiting? Because these people are not benefiting from the money that we paid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
The tourism, when you go to those countries, you definitely help with the economy. You definitely assist with
But
their.
who is it helping?
Whoever you come, like first
Because
of all,
it doesn't,
you come
to
in
me,
contact.
What I think she means is that it doesn't
As a
have
whole,
a trickle down effect.
It's not helping the right persons.
down.
It's not. I don't believe that the money is taking care of the needy.
As a whole?
As a whole,
Well,
I
that's
don't.
in this
But
country.
And that's here
but
too.
this-
When
this
you
is the-
when I see little girls and little boys chasing after our buggy,
Mm-hmm.
asking for $1
Right.
to get a pair of flip flops because they don't have shoes, that's heart
It
wrenching.
is.
You
And every
can't tell
country-
me that
They're 100 yards away from a resort.
100 yards away from the
Right.
resort, and they're running, asking for money to get.
Or in
flip
Jamaica.
flops.
You ever been to Jamaica? We went to Ocho Rios, and motherfuckers were diving off of the pier where the cruise ship was for money. And I'm sitting there saying, you trying to kill yourself to get a little bit of change?
Right. But do you understand when we, as just the capitalist society that we are, when we go to these different countries, we are assisting with their economy. But you are correct about it not necessarily being broad enough to affect a mass of enough people. But the people in the hotel, think about the hotel workers, the maids, the
Right, we're assisting with them.
But that's part of the country. That's
I get
those
that.
Yeah, but that's a small minority of
But
yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
I mean, they're
But
supposed to get paid
what I want you to get in
$40
mind is
a month.
you are right, but I don't want to. It's not complete gloom and doom. It is doom. It is a lot of greed because I look at capitalism as a proponent of greed.
Our maid
the whole
told
capitalist
us-
society is based on greed. That's it. Get as much as you can. Get as much as you can. Fuck everybody else. That's what capitalism really
Our
about.
maid told us that she made $250 US dollars a month.
Which is spread far down there because
Now,
of
$8 down there is $376 in pesos.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really know the configuration of $250. My mindset is this lady only makes $250 a month.
right, and the
And
dollar
the
stress is really
majority
further
of
down
it, the majority of those workers do, and
Right.
it does help their families. I get that,
Right.
and it does stretch their dollars. I understand that. What I'm saying
It's
is,
so much more could be
it's
done.
so much bigger than
How,
that,
think about this.
and
how
they're
does it-
putting that money
how
back
does
into
10
that
people
hotel.
Have $100 million and 100 million people have $1. Explain that. How do 10 people in this world have $100 million or $1 billion and even $1 billion people have $1? How does that happen? Because the way, finance, the capitalist society has situated with everybody is always about money. I'm going to get paid. I'm going to get paid. And that idea permeates through our whole society. So now when we look at if the president of the United States goes to a country that's been, a territory of ours that's been ravaged by a natural catastrophe and talks about the bills that you just blew my budget, I'm ready to punch him in his motherfucker. I'm ready to
First
bust him
off,
right in his face.
he went there, what, 3 days after the shit?
So you understand? No. 10, 12 days. 12 days after this. So think about that. So if you telling me I'm sitting there struggling trying to get some water, and you like, man, you telling me that my budget, your budget's blown, but I'm sitting there trying to get some water. I can't wash my hands because I don't have no clean water.
You know what my
that's the whole
answer-
mind. And we voted. You understand? The United States voted for their personal
let me tell-
pockets versus their moral.
I
you know
don't,
what?
I don't want to get
I will say-
into specifics here about the percentage who voted, but go ahead.
I think that for me, it was a lesson when I looked at that, and I think that what I learned, which a lot of people in the world need to do, is we need to stop. And I don't care who get offended by it. We need to stop buying lavish and outlandish things. Like we're spending hundreds of dollars on jeans when people can't even get a pair of flip flops for $1. We're spending $100,000 on a vehicle that's taking you to point A and point B. Like if we stop spending excessive money on monetary or material things, then the money can be distributed and spent appropriately. And that's just my thought process. When I look at that little girl looking for $1 flip flops, and my thought, I just spent $200 on my son some Jordans, and I'm thinking them $200 could have brought six. It was messed up, and I'm just I don't like that, and it's
That's how I feel like with a strip
It's
joint.
heart wrenching.
Like, are you kidding me?
You know
You
what?
threw
You know what?
$1,000 on the floor.
Let me share with you guys.
Picking that
I
money
told
up.
you what I'm doing.
Let me share with you guys.
And they make money. And not to cut you off before you say that, I went to the strip club one day in the middle of the day on a Monday. And a girlfriend of mine works there, and she had only been there from 1 p.m. and it was 6 o'clock, and she said she'd already made $1,000.
Yeah, they get paid.
Because they
Check
will
this
spend
out.
money on what they want,
I'm going to
what
share
they
you
like.
guys,
My name is stripper.
and with you guys out there watching. Today,
The number date
I
you
had,
said, money.
I dealt with a particular sense of what I felt was kind of racist. I'm in line. White guy goes before me, and then I have my stuff that I'm paying for. I had to deal with a situation where I was being overcharged on some things that I didn't actually charge, so they had to take some stuff off the bill. Well, I guess this annoyed the white lady behind me, and she started ranting. Now, ranting under your breath or in your mind, that's good. But when you say it so that the other person can hear it, you elicit a response. And I told her very happily, I have a bag of shut the fuck up in my pocket. Would you like some? And obviously that struck a chord with her because now she started coming for me. So I then proceeded to give her the business. Now, here goes where the pinch was. I went around my cart to go swipe my card to pay for my shit. And I guess the white dude that was before me thought that I was approaching this white woman.
Oh, word.
And then all of a sudden he comes out his gate with, get the fuck away from her, fuck you, shut the fuck up. And I'm sitting there saying, okay, now you want to get into a situation.
Where were you? What part of town?
Dude, I was in
Where was you at?
Atlanta. I was in
Around
Atlanta.
the corner, where is this restaurant?
He wasn't really wanting it because he was talking as he was walking.
Of course.
So as he's talking and walking, I was like, yo, there's nothing but space and opportunity. What's the deal? Lo and behold, every black person that was in there, because they all felt these two white people wanted to use the word nigga so bad. It was itching to say it, but they didn't know if they was going to cause a riot at this point. And I'm like, all because motherfuckers don't mind their business.
So you said you felt the racial tension.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Well, I
Because
just
it
felt
came
like, you know what? It wasn't coming from nobody
My
but
cousin
white
said you
people.
need to drink
right?
the water.
I do.
It's right there. there's a bottle of
So,
water.
well, we were, as always, we always want to do some type of what's going on, and on a serious note, that was our serious note.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna get into some of the comical shit that's going on, like these challenges that.
What you gonna do for the pussy?
What you gonna do with a damn
I
pig?
can't believe that he
I mean,
said that word.
What you
but-
gonna do for the pussy?
Wait,
He's
when
gonna
did
be
this-
like,
but
but
when did
he-
this become
Everybody,
public?
guys, what you gonna do for the pussy?
Public
Coming
knowledge
soon,
about
though.
what
We got our mixtape
I'm
coming out.
embarrassed. I'm so sorry.
Are you
I personally don't. I'm not an in agreement with the whole challenge. What would you do for the D? But I have seen some rather funny ones. My sister did one and said she's gonna go to church for the D.
What?
This is
I was cracking up. I ain't getting in no groups. Don't put me in no groups. I'm in love. I'm in a happy place right now. Don't be trying to put the devil in my face.
I'm gonna do one.
here's mine. Hold on.
Go ahead,
Let me
go ahead.
get
Missy
here.
got
Hold
one.
on.
Missy got one.
Hold on, let's give it to her. Give her the mic.
Here we go.
Oh Lord.
Hold on, I messed up.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, wait, I have it. Hold on.
And three,
Actually, I ain't doing shit for the D. Unless a nigga trying to wife this P.
Whoa!
Boom, boom.
I like that
done.
one.
I ain't doing shit for it, cause I mean, why am I performing for?
Hold on, let me tell you what I'm gonna do
Done
for the
with
pussy.
that. Tell us what you gonna do for the pussy.
For the pussy.
She said, "Let me try that D for the Benz for that D."
Hold on, what?
This is what I'm gonna do for the pussy.
What you gonna do?
I can't. It is funny. I mean, it's definitely funny.
It's
I'm not
very
taking
funny.
away
I
from
think
the fact
it's
that it's
very
funny.
funny.
It's
'Cause-
comical. I think people put too much seriousness
Yes.
on shit,
Yes.
and they take it too far. I can't believe y'all doing that. Your kids this.
I'ma
your kids
dance
that.
naked
At the
to
end
a
of the
Prince
day,
song
If your kids are
with
on
a
your
thong
social-
on and a feather, and I'm gonna feather that pussy.
Oh my god!
That's what I'm gonna do
If
for
you-
the pussy.
So what society has chosen to do was put lyrics to what we do
Every day.
Yes.
That's why I said, when did this
We got a
come
hit
up?
song,
and-
Ozzy. We got a hit song. What we gonna do for the pussy?
What we gonna do for it? What we gonna do for it?
This is what
we
I
gonna
said.
do
When
for
did it
the
become
pussy?
public about
What
what
we
you're
gonna
gonna
do
do?
for? What we gonna do?
Right.
What we gonna do for the pussy?
What we gonna
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like nobody should get offended by
Offended.
anybody doing it. Nobody should get offended by. I wouldn't do it
It's
because I'm
funny.
not. I don't know how to rap. You know, I don't know. I don't think
I
I could
tried.
do it, and it sounds sweet.
Mika, we have 36 episodes that are behind us. We already know what you do for the D. We already have 36
So I don't have to sing a
episodes.
song
She don't
about it
have
because
to sing
y'all
about
already
it.
Y'all
know.
already know what she gonna
But
do for the
it
D.
did spark other challenges, like, what will I do for my people challenge? and
Yeah, it's like it's
Moses
well,
let his people go. I don't know.
Well, you know where it started from.
no.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
What?
What?
That's right. What would you do for a
Not it.
Klondike bar? That's where the original
That's
commercial
something that came
from.
out of her mouth
It
and
did
your
not.
body.
Right.
What would you do
You
for a
for
Klondike
Klondike
bar?
bar,
Would
right?
you-
I would ski naked in the Swiss Alps.
Exactly.
Oh, that commercial.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
If you was drinking a 40 in your life, you would know it because it's old.
But I ain't
Exactly.
telling anybody but that D. Now, when I
Damien
get
said
that
he'll
D-
take a girl to the Golden Corral for that.
For that
fee.
pussy.
Hey, I walked over the Brooklyn Bridge for some pussy.
Damn.
I've walked over the Brooklyn Bridge for some
speaking of
pussy.
it, what is the craziest thing you've done
For
the
the
D.
pussy
There you
or the
There
dick.
you go.
What's
I like
the
to
craziest-
Hey, wait.
Now go ahead.
Nigga, I got a bone to pick with you though.
Wait, we're not talking about bones and dicks at the same table.
What's the craziest thing you've done for the pig?
Yeah,
No, I got something for you.
Honestly speaking,
He has a
wait, it's funny because today,
what's
you know, shout out to Sharice.
Oh,
All
damn,
right.
you put her
Today
name on
would
it?
have been
Yes.
today is our 25th
Happy
marriage anniversary. Even though we today October 3rd,
What is the
1992.
craziest you did?
Which when we was dating, you know, like I said, I didn't have no money, but she was sick and she used to go to LIU. I was living in Tribeca and I made some soup and I walked from
The soup was cold as shit by the time
and
you got there.
walk downtown, walk past City Hall, over the Brooklyn Bridge, right down past Junior's to LIU to give us some soup.
How many miles was
Was
that?
probably about 7 miles, probably
Yeah.
7 miles.
Damn, he walked 7
Miles
miles
for that pig.
Was the pussy good?
She
Hell
was sick,
yeah, he
so I
walked
had to
7
rub her head.
He was with her for 20 years.
Pussy,
So
you
I
rub your head.
I thought I was gonna, but nope. nigga.
He walked 7 miles. Like
In
that,
the hopes of
man.
some pussy.
If 7 miles.
Yo, on some real shit.
Just to get that.
On some real shit. This nigga added me into the beard group.
Hold on, before we
Oh,
still
man,
on
we-
one thing now.
oh, we gotta get to that.
What's the wildest thing you did for the pig?
Man, I don't know. I got a lot of. I don't know what.
He said I got a lot of
Damn, you
pussy.
got a lot
I don't
of-
know.
You got a lot. You got so much you don't know.
Nah,
You ain't
I-
never really did nothing wild for it. They always came
They
to
just
you.
be throwing that pussy at you,
Most
Tiger.
time, I
I
know.
walk in storms sometimes.
You
dog.
walk in the storm.
What he's saying is he doesn't have to do anything for the pig.
He walked
He's
in the
got
storm
throngs
for
of
it.
pig, and he doesn't have to really do
She
anything.
said,
It's
"Shit,
been
I called
thrown
off
on
of
him.
work for the D. I
I
did that a couple
currently,
times.
collectively,
I've
through the
done it,
years, it's been a good run.
You never called off of work for it? I have.
No, I've probably
Nah,
done it
nah,
while
money
I was
first.
working. But
MLB, baby.
anyway.
Hey, it was a sick day.
Hey, the new thing, I think it might be dying down a little bit now, but shout out to that beard gang, though, you feel me? Your boy had to poke his head in there one time, got us popping real quick, and definitely it coincides with the for the pussy for the dick challenge, I will have one coming shortly. You feel me? We know when you get thousands of pussy thrown at you, you can't help but be happy about it, So your boy gonna make a little song for y'all, man. Just stay in tune, man, and make sure I keep it tough with all the news updates, funny talking real people.
I still got
Well,
paid.
what I've done, the wildest thing I've done was just learn how to suck D for the D because it was fun learning. And now it's for me.
Congratulations.
It's
So
not
how
even for
did
the
you, what did you learn with a
just
banana?
practice. No, I just
She's practiced on the dick.
videos to practice on it till I got it right.
There
I
you
saw
go.
videos and I was like, oh yeah, ooh. And they were like, oh, I like it. Ooh. And so that's good. That was for the D. But now it's for me.
Congratulations to Melissa for being the expert and putting in the effort. Now, what was the craziest thing you did for the dick?
I do a lot of crazy
She said, wait. I asked the question. I said, what have you done? She said, I do a lot. Currently, I do a lot of shit for the dick.
As she
Do the
should.
tricks
Because
on the
I think
dick.
the dick might be doing something for her. But anyway,
I'm
sorry. That's
any
business.
any grown woman knows that she has to do things out of the ordinary to keep things extraordinary.
Do you see the way she's bringing this shit out to you?
So,
So we got 5 minutes left, but I
Yes.
want to talk about this beard group.
the big
This
game.
is some bullshit, okay? These motherfuckers is in this group acting a fool. Don't know these bitches is telling on their asses.
Ain't nobody
What
telling
you
me.
Telling
telling?
on their These bitches is telling.
I ain't gonna lie, I had to get out
What's
the
going on?
group.
They screenshotting shit,
I had to
man.
get out the
What?
group.
What?
Not
Yo,
in that
explain.
group.
Niggas is in
Baby,
there
my
acting
My sister saying, hell
crazy.
yeah. We had to get out that group because I'm gonna tell you,
What are they
I
doing?
love my guy. Don't get me wrong, I do. But that beard gang group, all them damn pictures every day with them sexy ass men posting them beards, and I said,
They posted more than
before
beards.
I kept saying, gotta get out of here. This ain't nothing but the
These
devil.
niggas is
I'm
inbox
happy in my
savages.
relationship.
I saw some
I'm
ladies
happy.
looking for
Don't add
bearded
me to that
ladies
shit
on
no
there.
more.
No, ladies are posting up they nasty ass pictures in hope of getting the D.
Why? That is crazy.
Hey,
From a
shout-
beard.
Never
Shout out to the
joined that.
thousands of likes your boy got.
He put his
Hey.
picture up one day and got 1,000 likes.
One day.
One day.
I saw that shit. I said, I got to get out of here.
These motherfuckers didn't even accept my goddamn request. They didn't even let me in the bitch.
He didn't even get any.
I ain't even get in. I said, fuck this is some fuckery.
No, but to be honest, what did it for me was when I was in the group, I was looking, and then my ex-husband picture popped up. I said, "Whoops, time to go." Like Color Purple when he hit the piano down.
I'm about to
See,
join another
y'all
round.
fucking
Gotta
around.
go.
Some of them
You gotta
bearded
go.
niggas
Come on,
used to
man.
be bitches
Hey,
and got sex changed. All right, y'all niggas don't
He
even
always
understand
get
that
offended.
shit.
He's sorry, y'all.
Be on the
Can y'all
lookout,
add
bro.
him to the group?
No, I don't want to be in your funky
Yes,
ass
you do.
group.
No,
You have a
doesn't.
beard.
You
He
don't
wants
want
to
to
be
be in
in.
there.
Anyway, that's our time, man.
They
Thank
got-
y'all for checking in.
Hold on,
Keep
they got-
Wait,
it.
hold on real
What?
fast.
What?
One more Tiger Escobar
Let me get
has
my
something
shit
to
over.
say.
Shit, hold on. Get it. Wait.
I
not
just
right
found out
here.
about this new group going about the flex and they got this gray sweatpants group.
Oh, shit.
man.
I'm about to
God.
beat Print Poppy the fuck out that
Sis.
group, baby.
Stay away from the gray
Stay away from the
I
sweatpants.
don't
group.
really want to see the
Please.
gray
Follow
sweat.
Tiger Escobar in the gray sweatpants group.
I'm
This nigga
not.
just want to show his
Tiger
dick.
Escobar, do not tag me because she's so fly
Nothing.
in the gray sweatpants group, I think.
Meet Print Poppy.
This nigga.
Don't.
Dick print popping.
Did he
Yo,
say Dick Print
Dick
Poppy?
Print.
That's
You
what
want?
he said.
Are you gonna be a part of that group?
Hell no.
Oh, he don't have no
These
gray sweatpants.
sweatpants
I
are
got. Wait a minute. What the fuck you mean I got?
Your gray sweatpants are too loose.
She said your gray sweatpants are too loose.
Hey, they waving in front.
Oh my god.
They waving in front.
Oh my god.
I got wiggle
Oh
room.
my god.
You might have to
Looking like a
do
gym
that.
teacher.
My gray
Mr.
pants.
Winkler.
My gray sweatpants got snapbacks.
Oh my god.
This nigga, fuck you, Tiger.
No
Yo.
beer group for him.
That's
no
our time.
sweatpants, but he will be in the Golden Corral group.
That's the
Yes,
Golden Corral
that's the
group.
Golden
With the plastic
That's what he
40s.
does for the P. Take you to Golden
Yeah.
Corral.
Yeah, for the
with
pussy.
the plastic 40s.
Yo, that's our
Nikki, she's so
time.
fly.
Damien Mr.
Mr.
Inappropriate.
Monroe.
Meet Print Poppy.
Oswald, Van Egberg,
Prince.
Yo, we are going. Yo, we got some new things
Goodbye.
happening. Stay tuned. Keep your comments coming. It's going to be a great end of quarter, man. And from Funny Talk with Real People to you, peace.
We do it for the D.
Put the pussy.
For the pussy. For the pussy.
Funny talk with real people.